Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here. Today I have Pokemon Sword and Shield Crown Tundra moveset video guide on how to use Regidrago or Regidrago, however you want to say it. Now, this Pokemon is really interesting because it's really bulky on the HP side, and it has base 100 attack and special attack, and it even has decent speed. So we actually got pretty fast Regis for the first time, excluding rather Regigigas. But Regidrago is one of those Pokemon, just like Regieleki, that they decided it would be too good if they gave it too much coverage. So they said, hey, we're not going to give you any coverage at all. Now, if this is one of your first videos, or if you're, like I said, new to the channel and you like competitive Pokemon, you like moveset video guides, you like Wi-Fi Battle Showdown Lives, feel free to subscribe. I'm Joey, by the way. But yeah, so we're going to take advantage of Regidrago's ability, which is Dragon's Maw, which gives it the effects of, or the boost of a choice item in its attack and special attack when it's using a dragon type attack. So basically this Pokemon's attacking stat is multiplied by 1.5 while using a dragon type attack. So it means even whether you use a physical or a special dragon type attack, it's basically giving you the effects of, or the damage of a choice item. So it has pretty good speed and pretty good special attack. So we're going to be talking about the Choice Specs or Choice Scarf set. I think these two are going to be the best Regidrago sets you can use. They do rely on you playing very well around a fairy type. If your opponent has a fairy type, much like when you're using Regieleki, you have to outplay the ground type and weaken it or get rid of it before that Pokemon can do anything. Same thing with this Pokemon. You're not going to be able to do any damage at all unless you get rid of their fairy type, because this Pokemon got absolutely no coverage. Let's talk about the Choice Specs or Choice Scarf set. Of course, if you're using Specs, your attacks are going to be more powerful. If you're using Scarf, you're going to be faster. Now, Dragon Energy is its new move, and it's basically a water spout for dragon type attacks. The more HP you have, the stronger this attack is. At max HP, this attack is 150 base power, not counting stab. So it's your strongest attack that you can have on this Pokemon. And it's the one you want to be spamming when you can. So definitely if you are using this Pokemon, I mean, even if Stealth Rock are up, you'll still be stronger than a Draco Meteor, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely, carry some Defoggers or carry some Rapid Spin for your team when you're trying to get this Pokemon in, because it relies on getting in that full HP. The next move you have is Draco Meteor, because it's another really strong Dragon type attack that doesn't rely on your HP stat. And most of the time, it'll be stronger than Dragon Energy if, of course, hazards are up. So you'll be going for this. Obviously, the drawback is that you have that -2. And your third move, it's another move that starts with Dragon, which is Dragon Pulse. And that's basically your most spammable move. It's actually a lot stronger than usual just because of its ability and, of course, the boost from Choice Specs. Even Choice Scarf hits incredibly strong with this just because it has the effects of a Choice Spec. Now, your last move, honestly, guys, you can put whatever you want on this Pokemon. It doesn't have very many special moves. Let me actually read its special moves off. So we have Ancient Power, which I have there as just like a way of hitting something, maybe like a Volcarona or something upon switching. Like, for the most part, you want to click Dragon Energy. I mean, if you need like 10% off on a fairy type like Tapu Fini, there you go. You got Ancient Power right there. But let's read what other special type attacks I have. I'm scrolling. Dragon's Breath, which you're not going to be using. Hyper Beam, go ahead and put that on. And Round. So that's basically what it has. Twister as well, Snore. So it doesn't really have anything that can really work on the special side. So Ancient Power is mainly filler, but if you end up fighting a fairy type that is at 4%, now you don't lose to it. And I mean, honestly, you could just throw in Hyper Beam. This is competitive Pokemon. You'd be like, Hyper Beam, what? Man, Pheromosa used Hyper Beam. Of course, back in the day, it could use a Z move with Hyper Beam, so that was very important. But Porygon Z uses Hyper Beam, but of course it has adaptability, so it makes it a nuke. But this thing does have base 100 special attack, so if you need maybe 30% or 40% off on a fairy, Hyper Beam is your way. Otherwise, just use Ancient Power, and for the most part, pair it with teammates that can deal with good fairies. Heatran is a phenomenal teammate. Landorus can obviously plow through most fairies with SD sets, or special sets if you're using Landorus Eye, if it's still allowed. And just overwhelming them with double the weaknesses, for example, like using Pokemon like Buzzwole or Pheromosa to just chip away at them with, in Pheromosa's case, U-turn, or in Buzzwole's case, like Close Combat, just getting some damage off, or Superpower. I don't remember if it still gets Close Combat, because I don't know what they did with the new Pokemon, so just leave wearing them down. Next up, we do have a Life Orb Dragon Dance set, and this attempts to take advantage of its good base 80 speed, as well as its base 100 attack. Now, when you're using Dragon Dance on a Pokemon, a lot of dragons tend to appreciate moves like Outrage better than a Dragon Claw, just because Dragon Claw is weak. Outrage is a lot stronger. But obviously in a metagame with fairies, you don't want to be locked into that move because they will easily revenge kill you. So this Pokemon doesn't have to worry about that because Dragon Claw is boosted by its Dragon's Maw ability, so it's a pretty strong attack. So you have Dragon Dance and Dragon Claw. You can either use Dragon Claw or Scale Shot. Scale Shot is, again, going to be boosted every single time, but also raises your speed as well while lowering your defense. So this can make it harder to revenge kill this Pokemon because after you've Dragon Dance and you actually get a kill with Scale Shot or you manage to land it, you get another boost in speed. So it gives this Pokemon a chance to actually, be hard to revenge kill. Now, this is where this Pokemon, again, gets sucky because much like on the special side, the physical side is a little bit lackluster, though it is slightly better. I have Explosion as a third move. Why are you setting up to just blow up? Well, it's all about, like I mentioned before, you want to use this to try and help its partners out if possible, right? So Dragon Dance into Explosion does a lot to Tapu Fini. Explosion is a very, 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 very powerful move. So I think you can even KO certain variants of Tapu Fini with a +1 Explosion. I think if they are especially defensive, just because it's 250 base power. Let me just run the calc once again. And we'll just go into the next move while I'm talking about that. But then you have Fire Fang or Hammer Arm. Now, Hammer Arm is like, well, why would you want to run Hammer Arm if you're raising your speed just to lower your just lower it right after? Well, Hammer Arm lets you hit, obviously, steel types, and one big one is Heatran. Though Heatran doesn't appreciate Dragon Claws, you want to kind of try and avoid, like, Toxics and Status. And again, you can help out teammates like Genesect, potentially, if it's still around. Scizor and stuff by weakening it. The other option is Fire Fang. Fire Fang will hit Pokemon like Corviknight for super effective damage, but also get the 4 times effective hit on Ferrothorn as well as Scizor. So you kind of pick your poison with this Pokemon. I think the other draw, or the other main draw to Hammer Arm is that at Jolly Nature, you are faster than a Heatran, so you actually get a Life Orb Hammer Arm off, like, from the get, right? So that can be pretty good to be able to give you, like, a chance at either the weakening it or knocking it out at +1 if it is offensive. Now, again, I think that specs or choice items are going to be a lot better on this Pokemon. I'm just calculating the Tapu Fini one more time. Oh yeah, so +1 Explosion does a good chunk, all things considered. Let me just run this calc. Yep, it actually kills physically defensive Tapu Fini. It actually kills no bulk Tapu Fini on the physical side, and max physical defense Tapu Fini takes 84 to 99%. So potentially with rocks, you can knock it out. That's just something to keep in mind, or something cool about this Pokemon. Next up, we have a Life Orb mix set. And it's physically based mix because you're going for 3 moves that you are all physical. Hammer Arm, Explosion, and Fire Fang. I already mentioned the main draws to Hammer Arm, Explosion, and Fire Fang. Doing damage, weakening Pokemon. And then your last move is Draco Meteor, which is insanely strong. Just because of your Dragon Maw's ability. In fact, if you wanted to, you could even get rid of Draco Meteor here and use Dragon Claw or Scale Shot to attempt to be a physical sweeper without actually boosting your stats outside of that. But it's a mixed wall breaker. And then last but not least, we do have Assault Vest Regidrago with enough special defense to be able to take 2 Earth Powers from Landers as well as Eruptions from Heatran. You have Draco Meteor, Hammer Arm, and Explosion. Again, it's really hard. This Pokemon doesn't have very many support moves. Honestly, you could put Body Slam over Explosion if you wanted to try and paralyze them. That's actually why I have Dragon Breath right there. Oh, with the max special attack investment, you also guarantee knockout a Landers Eye from full HP just because of your Dragon's Maw ability. And of course, this Pokemon can check Pokemon like Zapdos as well. In fact, feel free to put Dragon Pulse over Dragon Breath. But even Dragon Breath, a really weak move, becomes that much stronger and a 30% chance to paralyze. Well, that's Dragon Breath's main thing, but also because of the Dragon Maw's ability there. So using it as a special check, because of its 200 base HP, there's no point in really investing in that. It's better just go and Spadef, you get more out of it. But that's all I have for this Pokemon. I'm going to attempt to use it in OU, so that should be a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for watching, though. I cannot wait to use this Pokemon, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.